Chef joins us this morning with Steak Oscar, and the first thing that comes to mind is like, oh, we're doing this for the Academy Awards, but I guess that has nothing to do with that.
No.
Oh, I get an Oscar.
Yeah.
I'm a little slow, folks. The Ravens won yesterday. I'm so excited
we're
about
so happy. We're so happy you actually made it in this morning.
You have no idea how close it was.
So what is Steak Oscar?
Steak Oscar is a steak dish that's really, the good thing about this is the sauce. And the hardest part of this for most folks is the sauce. And I'm not just talking like folks at home. I'm talking like folks in restaurants. Right. Because a lot of people don't want to mess with it because you have to make a roux. And we were just discussing this. The roux is the key to this. You're going to brown about 2 tablespoons of butter and 2 tablespoons of flour together. Now, when I do it, I add a little bit of garlic to it, and then the roux has a flavor. Okay. Now, the roux is the thickening agent. This is not the same roux as on Winnie the Pooh. That's a whole other thing.
That's a different roux. That's part of Kanga.
That's right. Yeah. But you do want to get this where you melt it down, and then you're going to start adding milk to it. Okay. This is a bechamel sauce, which is basically in French cooking a mother sauce. So all the other sauces kind of come from this sauce. So you add white wine and lemon to it, it's a white wine sauce. You add the Bernaises and stuff you can't do because you have to put egg in it. Right. But this is kind of the beginning of all sauces. So we're going to turn this down just a little bit.
And this is different than just a gravy.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I'm glad you asked that. Because one of the big things that people don't like to do is they don't want to get involved in this because they're afraid it's going to get chunky. They're afraid not to be able to do it. But it's just like your mom used to do with gravy. It's the thickening agent in this is the roux. And lots of people make roux up in advance and just have it and just pop it in there. So, but most people don't want to deal with roux.
So there's a right way and wrong way to do the roux.
There absolutely is. So, okay, so what we're using today is a filet, a beef tenderloin. You could use a sirloin if you wanted. You could use whatever. This is a great dish to make for the Valentine's for your sweetie because she'll think you're like the biggest, greatest culinary guy ever. See,
You'll be like compared to Chef Bud.
Yeah, well, I don't know about all that, but anyways, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Okay. So what I do is put a little bit of olive oil on this, and then some kosher salt and coarse black pepper, and you just want to kind of coat this really well before you put it on the grill. Okay. And then I just put it on the grill. We're just gonna let that one cook. Okay. Got a lot of stuff here, Steve.
You do. Let me clean up your mess.
Okay. So then one of the other big parts, there's another big part to this dish. It's the crab meat and the asparagus, okay? And we got the asparagus right here. And this asparagus is a great, just to have for the vegetable as well, but it's going to go over the top of the Oscar, okay?
Grilled asparagus is wonderful.
And let's always remember this. Whenever we do asparagus, let's make sure we blanch it first, okay? So boiling hot water, a little bit of salt, throw it in there for a couple minutes, pull it out, take it into some ice water. It'll stop the cooking process, okay? And the reason we do that is because when you grill it thin, it'll be very tender. Most people make the big mistake of trying to do it without blanching, and it turns into a mess because it's real woody. Okay? And pencil, if you can get pencil thin asparagus, you're going to be way better off, okay? Because it's a jumbo asparagus. Okay, we're gonna heat this up just a little bit. Cause the thing with this bechamel sauce is when you cook it, or the Oscar sauce, when you cook it, it's going to thicken, or when it cools, it's going to thicken up back up. So you've got to continually either keep it warm or continue to warm it up. Okay. So we're going to add just a little bit more salt to it. We've already put the garlic in there. Okay. So now we're going to take a couple pieces of asparagus over the top here. Okay. Some of the crab meat. Okay. And the crab meat, this is another one of those great economical dishes. You can get the crab meat $10 for a little thing like that, and you're going to have a bunch of crab meat, okay? And then we're just going to pour a little bit of this sauce over the top. And you want it to cling, but you don't want it to be real thick. This is just a little bit thick. But you want it to cling to it. And then here's one of the things I really think you need to do. I like to use smoked paprika because it kind of gives it a different flavor. But you want to put a little red over the top of it.
Gives a little more color.
A little more color, break up the white sauce. And then you're just going to take, if you want to serve this with the rest of the asparagus, you sure can. But I'm telling you, this is a great way to make a pretty impressive dish. And it's not hard. And that's the thing that a lot of folks they think it's a real hard dish to do. But it's really not that hard to do. The key is to get your sauce the right consistency. And if the good thing about a sauce like this is you'll see me do a lot of cream reductions. And the problem with a lot of the heavy cream reductions that I do is there's no way of reconstituting them. So after you've used them, you're pretty much done. This, you could bring this back up tomorrow, add some milk to it. it'll reconstitute itself.
So it's something you can do just in the evening, like you said, for a Valentine's Day. Well, we've got the recipe there, and we'll have it on our website as well.
Yeah, it's real simple to do, and the key is, and this is probably one of the biggest reasons we do this spot on Mondays. Man, don't be afraid of this. This is really simple. I mean, people, I'm telling you, people don't do sauces because it's mostly because of the roux.
Yeah.
They're afraid of having something that's real chunky, and you can see this isn't. There's no chunks to it all. The big thing is to keep it thin.
Right.
Keep it thin.
And you're stirring constantly.
Yes, you got to stir it. And get it back warm if you need to add smell. Next week we're going to do a garlic shrimp.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Oh,
It's
beautiful.
Valentine's just all over the place.
Thanks so much
Maybe
for joining
chocolate
us.
dip strawberries or something.
We'll make sure Meredith's over here for that, too.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. Stay with us. Smells so good.